What's up, Norway? I'm Justin Bieber, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for all your support. You've been truly amazing, and I can't wait to come and see you guys. Wow, this is a beautiful building.
Isn't it? That's gorgeous.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yes, you can do it.
You can sit over there.
Okay.
And
This one's for you. This one's for me.
this
All
one's
right.
for me. And what do you like to drink?
I like water.
Water?
Yes.
Can we have some water? Will you have a curfew?
I don't have a curfew, no.
So you can do it.
Yes. So we're going out tonight.
They warned me when you were coming here that you are restless. You have a short attention span.
I do, because I don't really like to sit in one place for too long, so I start being like, all right, when is this? No, but I'm good right now.
When are you not restless? When are you sort of unwinding?
If I get like a good night of sleep, if I'm like well rested, like last night, I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I got a lot of sleep on the plane, so right now I feel fine. So.
Are you like restless with your girlfriend? Or can you be relaxed with her?
No, I mean, it's relaxed. I think that, if, you have a girlfriend or, if you're in a relationship, it has to be relaxed. It has to be, you have to trust the person. It has to just be you have to just be yourself.
You're coming to Oslo and to Scandinavia, and you wake up in the morning and your new single from your new album, Believe, is #1 in the US. Are you like pinching your arm every time you wake up these days?
It's crazy. I get to travel the world and, wake up here and, I woke up this morning and my song was #1 on iTunes and I just released it. So it's like all these different things are just all adding up and coming together and it's just really, it's amazing.
You're definitely not a child star anymore. You're sitting here as an 18-year-old. Mm-hmm. And what would you call yourself? You wouldn't say a child star, of course.
No, I mean, I would say that, I'm definitely growing up and I'm maturing, and my music is maturing and, hopefully I plan to just make music that is going to reach everybody. And
is your music changing as you are
definitely,
changing?
I mean, I'm growing and my music is evolving with me and, it's only gonna, keep growing and changing as I am.
In what way?
Just in ways like, the things that I'm talking about are different. The things that, I'm singing about, the things that I'm thinking and going through as an 18-year-old, I wasn't going through when I was even, 16 or 17. So like, now being 18 and having the responsibilities and, really, having serious relationships and, going through different things, it's like, I'm at a point where, I can talk about these things and really know, what I'm talking about and it's not puppy love, it's, so.
So, refresh my memory. What's the best thing about being 18?
I don't know, man. There's so many good things. It's like I have more freedom. My mom can't say you have to go to bed now.
She can't be as strict as she used to be.
Yeah, she can't. No, but she's still protective. She's still my mom.
And what would you say is the, I wouldn't say worst thing, but the most challenging thing about being 18?
The most challenging thing about being 18. I think is being in my position, being 18 and having to be away from your family all the time and, growing up in the spotlight can be hard and tough. And you've seen it with, a lot of other, child stars. They take the wrong turn and they start doing, wrong things. And so I think that's really hard. It's growing up in the spotlight is really hard. But
because you have to that didn't go well for like Britney Spears or Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. Where did it go wrong for them in your view?
It's about the people that you surround yourself with. For me, as far as me, I mean, I don't think I would be who I am right now if I didn't have the strong support system around me. I have great, I consider the team, my team, like my family. And so, having them to, tell me when I'm doing something wrong or, I think that some people, they have just yes men that just say, yes, it's okay, you do whatever you want because they want to get paid at the end of the month. But for me, it's like the people that I'm around really care about me.
So a little curfew you should have.
I mean, a little, not a curfew, but like like last night I was out and, they're like, it's time, it's getting late. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's getting late. I should probably go back to sleep. And so it's just like these little things that they do and just to help me be a better person.
You still have like toys?
I still have toys, but my toys are more like dirt bikes and like four-wheelers and
expensive
stuff like that.
Toys.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean I just like to go fast. I'm like Ricky Bobby.
When we look back, what would you say is your strongest childhood memory? You grew up in Canada.
You know, I have a crazy story. You want to hear it? I have a bear story of when I saw a bear. So I was camping, and I was up north with my family, and we were at this cabin, and basically, you know when you're young and you wake up early, and the campfire was still on from the night before. And so basically I went out there and I was like kind of like playing with the fire. I was like maybe 7, but I was just like, I wasn't like in the fire, but I had a stick and I was like moving the fire around. And I was waiting for my grandparents to wake up, and all of a sudden I see a bear, like a big bear, like literally like 10 feet away from me in the garbage. And I'm only like 7, so I don't really know the danger that I'm really in right now. So I run inside and I'm like, Grandma, Grandpa, like there's a bear outside. And they're like, what? Stay inside, stay inside. So they call my uncle, and basically this bear had been causing problems in the community for a while, like coming in. And so they said next time it comes in, like you have permission to like shoot it, basically. So it was causing so much problems. It came in, and I ran inside, and my uncle went outside, and he shot the bear. And basically we ate bear. I ate bear.
You ate it
I ate
afterwards?
it, yep. my family were a bunch of hillbillies, and I ate bear.
Looking back for you now, being 18, looking at yourself being 14, many 18-year-olds looking back like that would be embarrassed by looking at their own 14-year-old self.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Some of the YouTube videos that I put up, you know, when I was younger, I'm kind of embarrassed about, but other than that.
Why is that?
Just because I don't know, I was young and I was being silly, but at the end of the day, it's just me, and that's my personality, and at the end of the day, I'm always going to be Kid Raw.
Your mother, she was a struggling single mom. You can perhaps describe the environment you grew up in.
To describe the environment I grew up in, I mean, I didn't have a lot. I didn't have a lot of stuff. You know, my whole house was smaller than this room, you know. So my mom and my dad actually never got married. They had me when I was, they had me when they were 18 and 17. So it was crazy for them. They were my age now when they had me. So like it's like me trying to have a kid now, like I wouldn't be responsible.
And could you imagine having a kid now?
No, I couldn't. So the fact that they, you know, raised me and you know, I feel like they did a great job. Not meaning like to say that I'm like amazing or anything, but I think that they did a pretty good job.
But they did a great job. Let's agree on that.
Yes, thank you.
What have you learned from your mother?
My mother, I mean, a lot.
What do you owe her in a way?
I feel like I'm gonna always owe her. You know, she gave up so much for me, and she, you know, traveled the world and gave up her whole life to basically, you know, after I put my videos on YouTube, after everything started happening, you know, I bought my first MacBook computer, and that was like the biggest deal for me. And so, like looking back to that, it's like it's so cool to me how this has all just, you know, come together, and you know. It's just been amazing. And
I wonder, when I was looking at these YouTube videos from 4 years ago, 5 years ago, could you impress like that today? I mean, like today you're here in Oslo, Norway, with a huge band and a huge production, but could you impress a cappella?
What do you mean?
Like without anything. Could you impress like you did before, just your voice?
Of course, you know, that's how I started. So. And it's actually easier for me to sing without, you know, all the production and stuff. You know, that comes with it, with me making my album and stuff, and that's the type of music that I like to make. But as far as me singing, you know, I love singing just a cappella, you know, without any music. That's kind of, you know, how I started.
What kind of songs would that be?
I love R&B music and yeah, R&B pop music.
Mention a tune.
Michael Jackson is someone who I look up to tremendously. You know, growing up, I listened to a lot of Boyz II Men, Aretha Franklin, and stuff like that.
Could I make you just sing a little, just to
you want to hear a little bit?
Yeah, I love that.
All right, so what song should I sing? And you say that you love her, and you really know everything that used to matter don't matter no more. Like my money or the cars, you can have it all. And flowers, cars, and candy. Said I'm fortunate that I have you, girl. And I want you to know that I really adore you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And there you impressed even my mother. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Some are saying that you are a person with, from the start, with strong and even controversial opinions. Are they still intact?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really. I just say what I feel, and whatever my opinion is, whether it's controversial or not, is just my opinion. You know. So like, you know, whether I talk about, you know, what I believe in, as far as, you know, Jesus and, you know, what I believe in, it's just, you know, I don't hide anything.
Do you get like surprised when people are calling it controversial, what you're saying, your views on America or on abortion, or I mean, does that surprise you?
Well, in that case, my words were completely taken out of context. But you know, I think, you know, asking, you know, a 17-year-old about those things in general, I think was inappropriate, because at the end of the day, you know, what kind of opinion do you really have that when you're that young? You know, I'm still learning every day. I'm still growing up. I'm still, you know, even finding my opinions and what I actually, you know, I'm still traveling the world trying to, you know, figure myself out. So, you know, as time goes on, I think it's always going to be touchy to talk about certain subjects, but I'm always going to have my opinions.
Do you find that you, in a way, have to hold back on certain opinions because you're so enormously famous?
Sometimes you have to hold back on opinions, or you just have to watch what you say, because it can get twisted. And my words have been twisted before. So, you know, you just have to watch how you word things and, you know, to say it in the right context.
Do you have a temperament? Do you get angry?
To be honest, I'm, like, not very short-term.
You're not?
A little bit.
Then you have to tell me, because I'm just reading the press. What happened with the paparazzi?
Legally, I can't really talk about it.
Okay.
But, you know, at the end of the day...
But it's a great rumor to have, you know? Any celebrity should have that rumor.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, there's things that happen, and, you know, there's always paparazzi and you know, things like that. But I can't, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
but that's not entirely true, because you're a boxer as well.
Well, I'm not a professional boxer, but, you know, I do take it up in my spare time. You know, I was just with Mike Tyson the other day, and you know, Floyd Mayweather's, you know, one of my good friends. So like, I'm definitely into boxing. And
your technique is quite good.
Thank you.
That's impressive.
Thank you. Yeah,
so,
Mike was saying that too. Mike was like, you really do know how to box. Like if I teach you a couple, you know, more times, you're gonna really have it.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Watch out, guys.
Watch out, paparazzis, I would say.
No.
Even though you are a businessman. I mean, you're grown up in that sense. You are a businessman. You're controlling your career, as I understand it, quite well. Do you have like access to your own money?
Yes, I have access to my money. But here's the thing. It's like, right now, I sing, you know, I dance, I perform. I'm an entertainer, but, you know, I want to be, you know, I do want to be a businessman as well, and I want to make good decisions with my money, and, you know, make the right investments, and, you know, become, you know, a mini mogul in a sense. You know, I signed my first act, Carly Rae Jepsen, and she has the #1 song in the world right now with "Call Me Maybe." So it's really great that I'm able to do all these things and pay it forward. And Usher was able to, you know, help launch my career, and for me to, you know, help launch Carly's is incredible.
How do you evaluate an investment as a businessman?
You know, I sit down with my business manager, I sit down with the people, the investors, and, you know, we talk about different ideas. If I like the idea, if I don't like the idea, we just kind of bounce back and forth and stuff like that.
When I look at you as a musician, play trumpet, you can play piano, you can play guitar, you can do a lot, and you can sing, obviously, and also dance. What was hardest for you to learn?
The thing is, I didn't really learn any instruments. The only instrument I really learned was trumpet, and that was when I was just in middle school, and you know, I was mediocre at trumpet. But at the end of the day, like drums and guitar and piano, like I just picked it up myself, and I basically taught myself how to play them.
But is it always easy for you, or what's the hardest part?
The first part, when I started to learn bar chords, because like my fingers weren't strong enough to really hold down all the chords, so like I would have to push really hard. But like now, you know, I worked up my guns to where I'm at a place where I'm just ripped.
So that's why you're exercising.
Yeah, I'm like the Hulk now. So.
To what extent can you lead a normal life, like an 18-year-old?
You know what? It's crazy. I try to incorporate normal life into my crazy life, and you know, I think it's about doing the normal things and thinking of yourself as normal. When you start thinking, you know, I'm not normal, and you know, you start losing yourself and not being humble. And for me, it's just about like keep staying grounded and stuff like that. So.
What about school?
School, I just graduated, so I'm done high school. And
do you like miss school already, or is it like you're happy to be?
Do I miss school? No, I don't miss school. I'm finally done. Like I was like waiting till I was finally done. You know, I definitely encourage other young people to stay in school. People, stay in school.
Well, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is probably English, because I like to write. So.
And your least favorite subject?
I would say math.
Math?
Yeah.
Yeah, how good are you?
I'm not good at it.
You're not good at it?
No, I used to be good at math when math was easier. Then they started getting into like all this like x plus z squared times like...
Impossible to understand.
No, it's just like...
But like it's important in a way when you have a lot of money, because you have to control sort of your money.
Yeah, but I have a business manager that handles all that.
Handle it, and you trust him.
Yeah, I trust. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to always like you have to get like audits and all this stuff to make sure everyone's doing their job correctly. But yeah, I trust them.
Are you easily bored?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Yeah.
What is the most boring thing you know?
Most boring thing I know? Photo shoots. I'm literally, or video shoots. Like I'm literally standing there for hours, just like hours.
Yeah, it's really boring, isn't it?
After like the third hour and the fourth change of clothes, I'm like, can I please just go and play Xbox?
Do you sometimes feel like you're a doll? And that people are sort of stand there, do that, wear that, you know, there.
They wouldn't force me to wear something I didn't want to, or you know, that's why I love my team so much. Is, you know, we always bounce back, and you know, sometimes I might not like something, but then you know they'll convince me. They'll be like, okay, this is what it is, and it looks good, and trust us, and da da da. And I'm like, okay, and then I end up being like, okay, you guys were right.
So what did they tell you before this interview?
Before this interview, they were like, go out there and just lie. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you know about Scandinavia?
Scandinavia? I know about Norway has really good cheese.
Good cheese?
Cheese.
Oh, really? I didn't know we were famous for the cheese.
Well, basically, you have this like brown cheese.
Yeah,
you know
goat cheese.
It's like this brown cheese, right? And my mom always gets her friend from Norway to bring it home for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she loves it. It's like sweet.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
She loves it.
Oh, you can have as much as you want.
No, I don't like it, but my mom loves it.
But you don't like it?
No, I can't. She gave me a piece. I was like, this is gross. Why are you giving me this?
And Sweden? What do you know about Sweden?
Sweden, they have a hockey player named Matt Sundin.
That's right.
And he played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that's my favorite hockey team. So.
And you're a hockey player as well?
Yeah, I am a hockey player, and I like Matt Sundin a lot.
Do you have a lot of Canada left in you? Are you becoming an American, or are you still a Canadian?
No,
what
definitely not becoming an American. not like hating on America or anything. I like America a lot. Canada is my home, and like I'm just always going to be Canadian. Yeah.
Do you speak French?
Un petit peu.
Un petit peu?
Je peux parler en français un petit peu, mais pas bien.
But it's very nice.
Thank you.
If I asked your girlfriend, would she say that you're a great boyfriend? Or how would she describe you as a boyfriend?
Well, I think I'm a great boyfriend. You know, I think it's just about doing nice things for them, but not like when they ask you to. Notice things, like be like, hey, did you get your haircut? And if they got when they get their haircut, be like, did you get your haircut?
Observant.
Like, yes, yeah. And if they're like, you noticed.
Is that your trick?
Yeah, that's my trick.
That's so easy.
Yeah, works every time.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Justin,
you.
for your patience.
Of course. Thank you for a great interview.
Was that the right way of doing it? Because it's so much, you know.
There can be.
I'm
I was
really
just going for a
uncool
nice,
when it comes
polite,
to-
like, you know, firm
handshake?
Yes, because I hate when people are like, "Nice to meet you." Like,
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I know.
worse.
That's
you
not
gotta
good.
have a, you know,
Firm
you can tell.
handshake?
You can tell a lot about someone when.
I agree.
Yes.
But I also like this. This is new to me, you know.
Okay.
We never do that.
Okay, how about this one? Ready? You pound me.
I
Ready?
pound you.
Now, yeah. See, but you do it fast. Ready? Yeah. Bam.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a punch.
Ready?
Okay, no.
No. You don't want any of this. I've been training with Mike. All right, man.
I know.
Take care.
Take care. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Great.